everybody. Hi, how goes it? How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. Oh my God, happy Friday. Oh wow, end of the week already? Crazy. Oh my God. Yo, Tiger, what's going on, dude? Howdy chat, howdy VOD watchers, howdy nap. How do, Tiger? How do? MJ, hello. Yo, Grant, dude, what's up, man? How you doing? How's the wife? How's the kids? Oh, they're fantastic, you know? They're moving to the Barbados. Never gonna see them again. But, you know, they did give me a treasure map. And that's what's really important in life, is getting a new goal to obtain. Remember, chat, this is one of the this on the Napoleon the Seventh channel. Here we're all about the Sigma grind set. You know, we're all being maverick alpha male, whatever it is that's being hawked at people today. Yeah, that's us. We're Giga Chads. Come on. Good God. Oh my God. But no, it's good. Yo, what's up, dude? Doing at work today? Hey, yo, I'll be here all stream. Let's go, man. Oh my God. Yo, Alexander. Hello, amazing humans. I hope you're all okay. I'm doing fantastic, Alexander. I hope you're doing all right. Oh my God. Hey, Dad, what's up, dude? I haven't slept more than 2 hours today. Yeesh. But it's actually okay. I don't know about that one, Chief. Because I'm trying to be awake in the day and asleep at night like an average person. Imagine being average. Could not be me. I'm in fact above average. I am 7 billion feet tall. A skyscraper. My IQ at least above the number 7. Maybe even above the number 11. Whoa. Crazy, I know. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. How's everybody doing? Yo, Pink, what's up, dude? I'm lurking right now because I'm on my way home. Sure thing. Oh God, how are we all doing, man? Hey, Medicine, what's up, dude? I'm currently reading Frankenstein. Oh, and oh my God, it's so fancy with its wording. I love it. Oh my God. I love old books for that reason. Because to them, it's not super fancy. And by God, it is some of the best stuff I think that you could get in terms of reading that conjures, for me at least, some of the most vivid stuff. Like, I remember Bram Stoker's Dracula I was reading at one point, and it was like, it used the word vestigious. And I was like, excuse me? Oh, if you ever end up reading Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, it has fantastic word use. I love it. Oh man, I've not actually read Frankenstein. It's on my long-term to-read list, but I've not actually read it. I've only ever read synopsis. How you finding it, dude? I started learning how to ride a bike. Let's go. I've crashed into a tree, but I lived. Hey, you know, it's part of the journey. It's part of the journey. Hey, that's Pog, dude. Oh my God. You know, they say once you learn it, you'll never forget it. So that's pretty sick. At work, we named a bag full of balls and one birdie. A very funny name. Oh my God. Why did I keep reading? It's so funny to read old books. I love it. Yeah, they're great. I love them. It's very fun so far. Oh, cool. I'm only on chapter 4. See, I love it. You know what I also love? I love when you can tell what an author did. Like if they're not an author by trade, like, or like what their interest is in life that inspires them, kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? So like, for instance, the guy who wrote Dune, like you can tell he's super into like anthropology just from how he writes. And like, or the way that he like details things, like his writing style is very unconventional for that reason. And I love little things like that where you're like, oh, I can tell what drives these people and what interests them, you know? I don't know, for me, that's like a fun thing to try to dissect and figure out. It's always cool. Like, I remember there's this one German author, I'm blanking on his name right now, which sucks, but like you could tell he had like this obsession with locomotion, and it drove him to like near insanity as he just constantly wanted to learn and know more about any form of locomotion that existed. And so many of his like writings basically revolved around either forms of locomotion or like how that impacts its plot. Like he writes whole things that are murder mysteries on a train, but like the fact that it's on a train changes things, or like how they got to a location is important using what technology. And it's like most writers do not care. They might put some thought into stuff like that, but like especially when they're building like original ideas of locomotion, like a starship kind of thing, most people aren't like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put extra super duper work. They're like, no, it works because it works. All right, shut up, it works. Oh my god. Honestly, about 10 minutes before we started the stream, I was like, I'm sure it's Friday. Why isn't Nap live? I mean, I'm 10 minutes early, but come on, I am here now. I am here now. Where is the Napoleon? Do hand him over, please. Sorry, as Mellow Hillel would attest, I was too busy with Gishlette and Dweem, you know? Oh my god. I'm still never gonna recover from that. That's still too funny to me. Oh man. But how's everybody's week been? I finished up Stray this week. That was super fun. I've had more time to think on it, so I might actually later on talk about like my kind of thoughts on it kind of thing. Because I have a lot of thoughts regarding Stray, I think. In general, like it was very fun. I liked playing it. But yeah. I think if I were to give like a more like full end like review, I'd probably dig into it a bit more. But in general, it's like it's a pretty fun game. I like it. I think it's pretty solid, one could say. Oh man. It's late where I am and I'm impatient. Oh my god. You know, kids these days so impatient. It's cause of that darn phone or whatever it is I meant to say. There's like a line. I don't know. When you turn 1003 like me, you're meant to start yelling at the youngin. So people of a certain age, you know, gotta start. I gotta buy a cane pretty soon. Gotta start waggling that thing. Gotta start going like, hey, you kids, get off my lawn. I don't have a lawn. I want a lawn. That'd be cool. I don't want a lawn. I want a yard, and in that yard, I want no grass. I abhor grass. Do you understand? Grass is the most classist thing. It's awful. It's not good for pollinators. It is in fact one of the worst things you can plant. Why are you planting something that grows to like almost 1.5 feet high that you only ever want to be like 2 inches high at most, maybe? And beyond that, you could have clover, you could have moss, you could have so much better of a, and it feels nicer than grass. I'm sorry, you've gotten me on a tangent. I got me on a tangent, but I digress. I've been way too productive these days. Oh Lord, I mean, I didn't know there was such a thing as being too productive, but I mean, congrats on the production levels. Oh my god. Fun game. Oh, Nap, what, give your criticisms. I will. I mean, I don't want to open stream with criticisms. It'll probably be something we do during one of the projects that we're going to be working on today, because we got some things to do, chat. We got things to do. Oh my god. Yo, Loki, what's up, dude? I did my first shift as a youth worker, played a few games and slept. Hey, Pog, man, congrats. I watched the second VOD of Stray, and oh my god, it's such a good game. I want to play it too. Love the cat. Yeah, I wanted the yard full of moss and wildflowers. Ooh. See, that's the thing, is when I want to give my thoughts on Stray, I'm like, I hope it's not taken as me like, be like, don't buy the game, because I genuinely think Stray's a fun game. But I think there's something like I think it has some things that are deservedly critiquable, but like just in terms of being a game, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I still had a blast. I won't be here long, no worries, dude, because I have to work. But thanks for streaming, man. Oh man, thanks for showing up. You don't gotta thank me for streaming. I just do the thing. I've been way too productive for I am on summer break. That's what I meant. Oh, nah, again, like so long as you're having fun with the productiveness, then, you know, I don't think it's too much. I think if it's a level of productiveness that you're like, this is still enjoyable for me, then I don't think it's too much. I need to go get beef first and foremost, but I have this wheat that I'm gonna go give them. So first thing first, chat. We have to go and feed the cow. It's pretty vital, actually. It's kind of like the entire empire kind of revolves around me feeding these cows right now. Like, listen. What am I meant to eat? Beets? No. Are you crazy? That would be insane. That would be a gobbled ghoul. Beat. Who eats beets anyway? Not me. Anyway, but I've been learning lots of stuff just for the sake of oh, dude, well, that's awesome. That's like some of the best thing you can do. Like, not just for like your own mental strength and fortitude and whatnot, not like just to become like, you know, smarter or whatever, but also just like you're expanding your horizons. There's never anything wrong with that. I don't think it can be too much productive. There can be too much productiveness in that. I think it's just cool that you're doing it, man. I think it's a great use of your time, and if you're having fun, that's all that's important. I go to college in September. Oh, Pog, that's big. And I want to know your guys' guesses as to how much for my new bag. More than $1. That is my guess. More than a singular dollar, but less than $1,000. Yes, less than 1,000, more than one. Master of one is not as good as being good at more than one, you know? Oh my god. Yes, yeah, you know, these are so loud. They are so loud right now, my god. Right, mom, just turn that all the way down because I don't really need that right now. La 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 la. But a rather unusual for me since I usually am not this productive and willing to learn. Oh, well, you know, make hay while the sun shines, as I guess Pink would say. I mean, I don't know if Pink ever even was around hay. I just presume Pink is like a cowboy, but with like, you know, instead of regular leather wear, it's all made of gator, I presume. Not for any, like, I have nothing to back that up. I just think it. It's my own personal belief, you know? Do I need to back it up? Maybe. Am I gonna? Probably not. I mean, I could. If you gave me enough time and a few FBI agents. But, you know, it just seems like a lot of work. And I don't know. I can't believe, as a total aside note, I cannot believe it is almost August. The summer is flying by. My good gracious, it feels like it was only just the start of June. Technically, you're wrong. What am I wrong about? I've never been wrong in my life. Can't wait for fall. Oh man, hot take. Honestly, no, but true. I don't understand. Like, I like summer. I don't dislike summer, but I will say, fall is a superior month. I adore fall. I love the summer because it's really fun. It's hot out. You can go do things. But like, then it gets to a certain heat level and you're like, ugh, it's no longer fun to do things. But then you can go to like a beach or a pool. But then on the other hand, it's also like, but then I got sunburned. Then you're like, I mean, not me. I would never get sunburned. That would be foolish. So wait, are you gonna say, oh, Nap, you totally fell asleep in the sun on a beach and then, oh my God, you absolutely got obliterated by the sun for a full like 4 hours and just forgot to put your sunscreen on when you showed up and then suddenly you're gonna be burnt like a lobster? That just doesn't sound like me, man. Sheesh. Remember, kids, always wear your sunscreen. It's healthy. You need to. Yo, Wayplay, what's up, dude? You said dollars and over the sea. Wait. They did Britain and you called a pound. Okay. Okay, I didn't realize we were bringing England into this. Or I guess I should say the United Kingdom, because I don't know where in the United Kingdom. But yeah, okay. How many pounds was it then? Because you menace. I'm gonna guess more than one, less than 1,000 pounds. Oh my God. I searched Woodland Mansion last night and there weren't any. Oh, you found an LA. Okay, I missed that first message. I was like, huh? Oh my God. Hey, congrats, dude. You gonna make a farm? Never clearly uses sunscreen so that silly messages on his kid. Oh, silly messages. Silly messages. Do I seem like the silly type, chat? I don't think so. I am very serious and grim. I'm a very, very serious man. You know, I'm very serious and grim. I only drink black coffee, and I wear suspenders. I don't wear none of those hippie belts. I wear suspenders to hold my pants up, and then I also hold my socks up with the sock suspender things. And then also, I always wear a harsh cotton shirt, you know, starched into oblivion. It is so firm as a shirt that it will crunch if you try to move it. And I sit there with a back brace, and I am just so grim about life in general. I sip my coffee, and I rustle a mustache that sits upon my face, and I go, yes, business, yeah, stock prices, yeah, yeah, very good, Suez Canal, yes. That's all I do all day. I go, yes, Wall Street, yes. Oh my god. Tonight I found 2 prison rooms in 1 mansion and at least 5 allays, but I haven't counted. Oh my god. I dislike the sun. Oh wow, that is a hot take. Since it's absolutely miserable where I am currently. We have a heat wave recently. Oh, fair. If you're anywhere in Europe, it's been probably miserable. It's always summer temp here. I hate the heat. Oh my god. Not wearing sunscreen, can't relate. If I don't, I'll literally get flare, so I'll never forget. Good. It's just a healthy thing to do. Never don't wear your sunscreen, chat. It's deeply important. It is vital, as one might say, you know? The fall temp and breeze is my favorite. I love it so much. You know what? I have not done it so many, like 2 years in a row. I didn't do it. 1, because I wasn't making content in 2020. And then 2, because in 2021, I was like, no, I don't want to. It'll look stupid. But then, because I'd never done anything in person. And then I did the video for the pumpkin carving. And I was like, you know, I could probably do it next year. So this year, I want to do. You remember that old TikTok trend from 2020 with the everybody in the ghost sheets with sunglasses? That looks cool, and I want to go take photography photos like that. That seems cool. I have film cameras. I want to do that. Seems pog, man. I'll just go out into the countryside. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. It'll be poggers. Oh man. Unironically, I can see you wearing sock suspenders. Hey! What do you mean? What is that meant to mean? Exactly. Pray tell, what do you mean by that, sir? I don't know if I like your tone there, Warlock. Pray tell, what does that mean? Better mean good thing. Better be good things. Though, I mean, technically, you're not wrong. There was like a year where I was wearing those quite often, but not like out in the normal day to day. It was because of a show I was in. Like, that's different. Am I over here? No, it's down over here, isn't it? I totally missed. Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. I was being silly. Mother Nap voice from the background. Napoleon, do you want a Capri Sun? Oh, excuse you. I wore sunscreen once the entire vacay and I burnt so bad. You need to wear sunscreen. It is important. It's absolutely miserable here. Yeah, it's 25 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? Wait, I don't like the sound of that. Hold on, let me tab back in nowhere in the nether. I'm just like, no, please. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen on the very laggy 1.19? Come on! Nothing bad goes on in the nether. Whoa, what are those things? Look at them. Just look at them. They see them rolling. They hating. Troll gonna try to catch him riding nerdy. Oh, Weird Al. My beloved. My beloved Weird Al Yankovic. Oh my god. I'm back. Welcome back, Pink. Oh man. You have a vibe, not a bad or a good vibe, but a vibe. Okay, so Now I need to know. Now I need to know what this vibe I'm giving off is. I mean, I guess if it's neither good nor bad, I just am. I am what I am, and I'm me. I am what I am, and I'm me. All the wonderful things I can be. I gotta break. Sorry, that put me off into a total tangent. How are you here? What? How did? Where did you come from? My God, that chicken's got. Is that yours? Is that yours? Well, man, you're pretty cute. Oh no, come back. You're pretty cute. Who are you? What's going on? I could raise him. I could help him. I could give him a better life. Oh well. Yeah, you friggin' gas. 77 degrees. Oh, well, that's not. It's pretty bad, but it's not terrible. It could be worse. It could be like 90. If you burn from putting on sunscreen, you put it on already been. If you put the sunscreen on, even a very slight fresh burn, you will torch yourself. Huh? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. I just ingested a bunch of salt and I think my soul left my body. How? What happened? To convert C to F, multiply by 2 and then add 22 to 25 for the number. Oh, okay. Also, you're generally meant to put the sunscreen on before you go into the sun. Yes, of course, you're meant to. But I'm meant to do a lot of things, Chad. There are a lot of things in life I am meant to do. That does not, in fact, mean that I do it. You know? For instance, there's such a thing as a mods channel, you see. Oh, that was almost bad. He almost walked right into my swing. That could have been so bad, Chad. That could have been very, very not good. Ah. Can you leave me alone? I'm trying to. You know what? We're going elsewhere to mine. I don't need to mine into those fellas. That just sounds like I'm asking for trouble. Like, it just seems like a poor idea, you know? Oh my God. I was eating small salted pretzels and I ingested the leftover salt. Good Lord. Wait, like the dust at the bottom of the bag? Why? You just ate a pure handful of salt? Good Lord. Oh man, I've had the same song. You're gonna probably hear like a song that I've had stuck in my head for like the last, I don't know, a week. So L to you guys, but yeah, you're probably gonna end up hearing that a lot tonight. Just the one lick from it though, not even like the majority of it. Like you're just gonna hear the same like part of the chorus on like repeat, you know. So buckle up for that one, Chad. Strap on in, you know? Be ready. Oh, it's another one of those rocks. You guys love these things. Oh man, oh yeah, you guys are big fans. Oh, gee whiz. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, got another one of those bad boys. See, that should please you. That should make you happy. You guys love those things. I'm looking for quartz, so it's kind of useless to me. But, you know, you guys should be happy. You dumb rock. I don't know why you guys like that. It doesn't even make sense. It's not even useful. It's just a rock. Didn't like that noise. Gee willikers. Wow, look at those funny rocks. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you guys should be happy. You got another one of your rocks, but I need quartz. I need quartz so badly. You do not understand the vitality with which I need quartz. My kingdom for some quartz, please. Oh, thank God. I was like, am I just losing my marbles out here? What is going on? Why is there no quartz anywhere? I guess that's a good amount, I guess, a chunk. But I still need so much more. Oh man. What did Dave think of the rocks? Don't know. Didn't show him. He doesn't need to see those. He doesn't need to know much about those. I gave him the soup. Soup's looking into him. He's the one he's the expert for that kind of thing. He's the geologist, man. David's more like your magics type, you know? He's not really big on the whole physicality. Like, I want to make armor with them, maybe. I think that sounds like a cool idea. If I could figure out a way to. Oh, well, that's annoying. I need that quartz though. I kind of really. I can't. No, I kind of. Like I kind of really need that quartz. Listen, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure nothing will go wrong here. Listen, I really need this quartz. So I'm just gonna risk it a little bit for the biscuit. You know, just ever so slight amount of risk. But only because of how absolutely invaluable this quartz is to me. Genuinely the most valuable block in the game to me right now. I like diamonds who, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a little bit more, What's Soup think? I haven't actually inquired again. I've not gone back and been like, hey, I'll say, what do you think now, man? Oh man, jeez. Jeez. Oh man, jeez, oh. Oh, what kind of accent? Also, speaking of, I'm partially doing this because on a TikTok I put out today, Killer was like, maybe Nether today? So I was like, you know, fair, I suppose. Hello, Nivek. Wait, is it Nivek? Nivek. Unless I totally butchered your name, in which case I apologize. How you doing? Why do you hate me, Pink? Have you ever answered that for me? Have you ever fully, you know, just responded to why you absolutely hate my existence? Oh my god. Don't be feeding ideas to people. You know what it'll decide on? I have no idea. Dang, Pink really admitted it. Pink admitted it. They hate my existence. Chat, you all saw a Victorian accent. Well, that's not quite right. That's not quite right either. Received pronunciation. No, that's not right either. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh, I'm stretching. Oh god. Yeah, quite right. Yes. Okay. Well, we'll go with this for now. I don't believe that I'm technically doing exactly as I'm asked, but whatever. This will have to be good enough because there is lava coming in, and that is ever so bothersome. Ever so bothersome. Yes, indeed, I shall indeed do what is, I suppose, horseback. Because technically speaking, I could very well do just anywhere in the United Kingdom, or just in the Empire in general, but, well, you must realize that the Victorian era encompassed just all of all of Great Britain, you know? Yeah. The empire in general endures and we hold a great many cultures of the like. I don't know why I'm actually becoming a Victorian individual. I don't know why I'm promoting the British Empire in this statement. It sounds worse. It sounds bad if I do. But nevertheless, I would like you to know that I play with subtitles, so hearing distant things in your words freak me out. Asaga. Wait, what? I would like you to know that I have to play with subtitles, so hearing distant things in your world freaks me out. Oh, I see. I was like, oh. I do not play with subtitles. You know why? Because I don't know. I probably should actually. It'd mostly be helpful. It would help me locate something. Oh, good heavens! There's finally some chords. What am I hearing right now? Well, right now you're hearing a sort of bastardized version of a received pronunciation, otherwise known as the Queen's English, most famous, made from the Victorious period. Most notably, I just sort of talk like I work in the Empire in Star Wars. Just emulate Tarkin. Fun fact about Tarkin, actually, which a great many people do not realize, which I find rather funny, is he is one of the very few confirmed members of the LGBT in terms of representation within Star Wars. He has actually, there's a whole comic dedicated towards it. It's actually rather interesting. I digress. Like it's not super important. Anytime Tarkin rarely comes up, and I think it's an interesting topic, especially because it's often disregarded. Wait, who's that? Grand Moff Tarkin. Tarkin is, if you recall, on the Death Star, the lady who, the lady Princess Leia, says to the man running the place, I should have known it was you, Tarkin. Tarkin. There's an R. Not taken. Tarkin. And yes, Grand Moff Tarkin. The guy who's in charge of the Death Star, who says you may fire when ready. That guy, yes. Or did I just bust into my own idea? Good, great. Alright, let us continue this way. We'll go 3 high. What? Why not indeed? Oh yes, what I was going to say earlier about Stray, which I found quite, I will say, while I quite enjoyed the game overall, I do think it's worth noting that that game certainly gained a lot of easy praise simply for its concept and conceptually, and I believe, personally, that it just had some story elements that either went to waste, is probably the word for it, or at the very least, its wrap-up and end game in terms of story-wise are very light and rather the word I'm looking for, unfulfilling, probably is the best word to describe it. I find its story not lacking per se. Well, I do find it lacking. I find its story lacking in its end game, namely because I believe it sets a number of stuff up in its first phase, in its early chapters, that it never really does anything with, and it's all sort of for nothing. Which is, you know, a shame. I just feel it didn't stick the landing on that so much. And instead just harping on to the cliches. It also does rely on the crutch of text dialogue, where everything must be read, where it's a lot of exposition, because I mean, it never really gives you any reason why, like, a cat should care. Like you're a cat. Why are you helping to restore humanity? It doesn't exactly make sense there. So that's like a brief critique. Again, these are nothing major. These are if I had a critique. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 game. I would say it's a 7.5 to an 8.5. Somewhere between those is where I'm at with it. You know, because a lot of it's not mechanically very interesting. And it's got some interesting ideas that get created but not fully explored. It was a very quick ending. I wish there would pay off for the Outsiders in B12. I also wish there would pay off for the giant eyes, which are just literally there as window dressing that one time and then never again come up. They aren't really mentioned by anybody. It's not exactly clear as to like if the plague was a living thing or an alien or what. The whole room of eyes, it sort of is just a visual cue, and that's about it. Like, even beyond the Zerks, the eyes themselves, just like, it sets up as though that could be something very interesting, and it never formulates, it never comes to fruition. And that is the end of that accent. Good gravy. But yeah, so it never really comes to fruition with that. I think in general, you gotta realize that like, it's just kind of look and press A is the mechanics. In terms of like a deep mechanic set, it doesn't have it. There's not really like, there's no balancing element. Like your cat will always just be balanced inherently, which again, these aren't travesties. These are like, oh, like with either a bit more development time or maybe like a bigger team or whatever, or a number of things. There's just other indie titles that have done more with less. You know what I mean? And I think the crutch of like B12 always explaining everything, it's just a bit odd as to why he's talking to a cat, and why a cat would read or understand him. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. It's just like, I feel like they could have done something more interesting for some of the elements. It's not, again, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just, oh, this seems like it could have been something cooler, you know? I also, yeah, do wish there was a bit more done with the Outsiders. I feel like more could have been done with the characters that they made. And again, it just gets a lot of easy brownie points because of the cat, but it's a great game for that. It like, that is not a bad thing, because at the same time, that's its premise. Its premise is you are a cat. And in some ways that was enough for me. Like I was sold instantly. I was like, yes, even if this game is like nothing deep and I just play a cat for a few hours, great. But its story is quite short. It can be done anywhere in 4 to 8 hours. Which is relatively fine for its price point, but there's just other indie games that with same length of story and like amount of budget like behind it for studio and stuff like that have done a lot more, that aren't nearly as praised simply because they don't have a cat. You know what I mean? I assume these were future cats, have human similar levels of intelligence. We have no reason to think that, because this is a cat that just fell into the world. Like, it was from the outside hanging out with other cats and then just accidentally fell. And most of what it does when you press Y to do things tends to be what a regular cat would do. You know, it just licks up water from a puddle. It doesn't really do anything in terms of that. It just scratches up random things, hits things off because it's like, oh, paint can, beep 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 bap. It falls. And again, these aren't like, this isn't me reading out like, here's the reasons why you should not like Stray. These are elements I like the game. This is just me being critical of it in terms of like, if I were to like write a review, like if somebody's like, oh, what's your review of the game? You know what I mean? I would say, well, there's elements that don't really ever mean anything. It leans into certain mechanics a bit too heavily, in my opinion. It could do something more interesting where it doesn't, etc. Yo, Killer, what's up, dude? I saw your comment on TikTok, so I was like, you know what? Yes, Nether. He's so right. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you deserve it, King. I think the Zerks could have been shown more destructive, but I think they worked fairly well as an environmental threat. Not really any more interesting than lava or something like that. Yeah, again, like the little Zerks that you have to deal with, I actually don't mind those so much. They're one of the more interesting mechanics in the game, simply because it's like, oh, they blob up or whatever. But the only tool they give you to fight them, which added some level of depth to how you might approach things, breaks almost instantly. And it's back to just like bob and weave kind of deal. But then you don't really run into them again, so it's kind of fine. But it's like, I don't know. There's just like a number of things where you're like, it has a lot of potential to be a lot more than it was. That's all. And I think there's a danger of like people being a bit too fond of it simply for the fact that it is the cat. Like you see a lot of like game of the year. I having played it, I memed while we were doing it. I was like game of the year, but I was like, I think it's a good game. I think it's quality. I don't know if it should be considered for like game of the year per se. You know what I mean? But again, like, I don't know what else I'd be considering game of the year. Like last year when I played It Takes Two, I was like, I would love this to be game of the year, and then it did become, so that was great. Cat behaves like cats understand what B12 translated and did like help Clementine break out of jail and stuff. I think the cat is sapient. I mean, I think, but that's my point, is from what I could tell, all that just happens because you're the player. Like, there's nothing to give you reason why that should be happening. I feel like with a bit more creativity, because it basically is a base cat, they could probably have done something where it's like the cat's always setting off effectively Rube Goldberg devices. Like, oh, you're going after fish or like a mouse and you happen to do something that then happens to further the plot. You know what I mean? Like, you're a real Mr. Magoo. You don't necessarily understand the robot wants you to do things, but you're just still being a cat. Because so far as I think even in their promo, they explicitly say you are just a cat. Like, you just are a cat. You're not meant to be anything special. And because that's what people liked about it originally, as an idea of like, oh no, you're just totally a normal cat. You're not superhuman. You're nothing crazy. You're just a cat. And that's why a lot of people were drawn to it originally, because that's just such a cool, cute idea. But it's a great surface level idea. I feel it could have benefited from some more depth, if that makes sense. For some games, this isn't great. But for a chill out game, I think Stray is pretty good chill game. There aren't any deep storylines or complex mechanics. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing though, is like, there's other really chill indie games that do have that and do it a lot better because of what Stray's, like the kind of genre Stray's in, where like it begins to say things, and then I don't think it sticks its landing fully. It like introduces the concept of things. Like in the sense that like I don't begrudge Goose Game the same way, because Goose Game doesn't try to level up and be on that level, whereas Stray clearly lilts towards that, if that makes sense. I just got all the way to the nether, forgot my beds. Why would you need beds in the nether, silly? You can't sleep here, you silly goose. I was joking. Killer, you can't just, I take everything I see that you guys say, I take into consideration, bro. Do anything in universe. Is Minecraft Steve intelligent? Well, if you're comparing Minecraft, that's a sandbox game versus what's meant to be a story-driven game. Like you're comparing two genres of game, which would have different things. In terms of a game that is story-driven, I guess we could look at God of War. It's incredibly, it's given exact reasons. You know why Kratos does what he does. That's my point. Stray is a story-driven game. Things are happening for a story to happen versus a sandbox, which Goose Game is more of a sandbox. So like, just in terms of like, as a piece of media, it's like Stray introduces a bunch of things and then doesn't exactly stick its landing with them. Because it seems the same way, like it introduces idea of anti-capitalist ideals and then doesn't quite go anywhere with it. It sort of introduces the idea, flirts with it a little bit, and then moves right along in a way that's like, how do I put this, saying something without actually taking the time to like do the legwork to say it. But yeah, again, like that's my point though, is like, if you're going to have a cat be your protagonist, like you're like, oh yeah, the idea is it's just a normal cat, then a good idea would be to take some time to creatively think of why a cat is doing any of these things. Because if it's just a normal cat, why does he want to do anything? So the goose can cause havoc on purpose, but the cat cannot help people on purpose? Yeah, again, they're two different genres of game. Goose Game isn't a story-driven, like they're a different genre. So what genre you're in does matter. If you're presenting a story, and you're like, here's the story, here's characters, there's a beginning, middle, and end, there's a climax that's meant to happen, there's different levels, like there's chapters to the story, then your promise is that there's a story, and a story for a protagonist in a story, what drives the protagonist is a pretty basic writing thing. It's like, okay, what drives the decisions made? Why are these decisions being made for the cat? Like, I understand B12's motivations, but I have no reason to understand why the character I'm piloting does the thing. You know what I mean? And you can even have it be an open world kind of game. Like, if you look at like RPGs that are open world, it's like, oh, why does what do we call it, the Dragonborn do what he does? Well, in certain plot lines, it's because he was rescued by either a Nord or an Imperial, depending on who you side with, by the story beats they present to you there. So you're gonna help one or the other in the Civil War kind of thing. I'm not saying games can't have any agency. I'm just saying, like, a game that tries to be story driven needs to be able to present reasoning behind it. You know what I mean? Cat in the game ever expressed the cat is superhuman or mutated or anything. It's just a cat. There's no reason a random cat would do it. The cat nor the game ever expressed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, there's nothing expressed to make you think, and including actually, and in fact, the developers even said, like, it's meant to just be a base cat. So it's like, okay, well then why is he bothering to climb? Like, why is he doing all the things that he's doing? And then how does he understand a robot? And etc, etc, etc. It's just, there's just lots of random lists left open, if that makes sense. You swayed me. And again, when I also, cool, but like, I'm not saying this, by the way, to put anybody down. If you love Stray, fill your boots. I like Stray. I would maybe play Stray again, not on stream, but I mean, like, but that's the other thing. It's a game where I'm like, I don't know if it's something that feels fulfilling enough to play multiple times through. So replayability is a question, but that's not as big of an issue with a game that's only $30. You know? I'm very much talking about this quite openly. I'm not trying to sway anybody one way or the other for like, you should dislike Stray or not. I'm just giving my honest kind of like thoughts on it, you know? Cats are inherently anti-capitalist. Have a UBI, only work they want to, and I'm provided with, you know what? You got me. Pre-game tutorial before you fall in the slums. Yeah, I do love that part, actually. You know, honestly, that part, I kind of wish we got a bit more time with the other cats in the open, where you just are a cat. I'm writing a fanfic from the perspective of the cat. I wouldn't know what the cat's motivation is. Yeah. Because again, like, yeah, Goose Game and stuff like that. If they presented it more like Goose Game, I'd not trying to stray anyone. But I think it's because they introduced such interesting ideas, and that's also a sign that they were doing something right. They added enough that I'm still talking about it, and I'm interested enough to be like, okay, but you had a room of eyes that shook, like it. They weren't just eyes or like big egg. They were eyes that then had the capability to shake the building you were in, so it's a bigger organism of sorts. Okay, well then what's all that about? And it just never comes up. And it's not it turns out to not be what you're solving, even though now that I think about it, it had a moment where B12 gets like obliterated while trying to save you from it or whatever. Like it hurts B12 to like deal with it. If I'm remembering correctly. Like, I know he actually short circuits because he's saving you, but before that he's entirely encapsulated by the eyes, and it seems to be overwhelming him. And I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? Because it never comes up. You don't end up solving or cure. Like, I know the sunlight ends up popping all the Zerk that are out and about, or, like, that are like around, but yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to know a bit more, and to also know, and potentially they, again, at the end of Stray, they did kind of set up the idea that there might be a sequel. Not with anything meaningful, other just than like your controller buzzes and a little panel starts flickering on. Oh. Well, kind of need that quartz though. I kind of need it. All right, nobody tell MJ. MJ, look away. Look away, man. You don't want to see what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna be doing some risky business. All right, sick. You know, maybe it was just the one piece of lava. Maybe there's no more after it. Okay, there's definitely more up there. I was like, oh, might be a bit more. Okay. We stay winning. Oh, hey, and we got all the quartz. Let's go. I was like, where did my meat go? I was looking away. I was taking to my mom movies. No, I don't care. You smooth. I'm great, man. I was doing fine. Life was good, you know. And then the Fire Nation attack. I had an idea based on Stray. It's a game where you're a cat on a post-apocalyptic world, and you get to walk around, catting and surviving, and you get to explore the world, and you get to find lore and books or broken buildings or graffiti. Interesting. And see, that's the thing, is that's kind of where I thought maybe Stray was going. I didn't realize we were going to be in a bowl city or anything like that. And I wonder if that would fulfill it better. Because in that case, I kind of almost can understand. Like, if you make the cat's motivation survival, like purely survival, I guess the issue with like Stray is like he's getting the battery and he's figured all these things out, and I'm like, okay, it's a cat though. You've made it so clear it's just a cat. Oh, let's go, more quartz. I'm gonna be the quartz king, man. I'm gonna be king of the court, king of the food court. Any of you guys? Actually, I should ask it. So I rarely ever have gone to malls. That's like just everybody, right? Like nobody goes to malls anymore, right? Because I was talking with, so I have a coworker who's like, back in my day, and they're just like, and they're not that old. They're like a millennial, so it's like they're not ancient, but it's like, because they really aren't. Like genuinely, chat. Like I don't know. Anybody who's like 35 and under isn't old. You're old. You're approaching middle age at 40. Like, so 35 to 40 is where you're like in your approach, but 35 and under, you're still young. You can still mess up and stuff like that, and you're fine. Like you're not a kid, but you're not old. You know what I mean? So I'm very like I'm very curious how many people like still go to malls, because like I don't know, they were like back in my day, we were always at the mall. We were hanging out at the mall, and everybody would get a job at the mall, and then you and your friends would all work at the mall. And I was like, that sounds insane. Cause like I've never seen or experienced anything like that, you know. Talking about mom ear clogged for sickness. MJ look away, and I went, oh, what's happening? MJ looks back. I'm fighting the wither. I'm like, MJ, don't look, it could be bad. Oh no. But I want that quartz. No! My quartz, it burned it! Oh, man. Yo, Kevin Biden, what's up, dude? See, I'm fine. Look, lava burn effect. I've not even lost a heart. I didn't even lose a heart in that full time. Okay, I lost hunger, so I was about to start losing hearts. But I'm fine, man. Life's good. I do love malls, especially ones that still have the 90s aesthetic. Oh. See, and that's the thing, is I think there is something to it. Like there's something sort of cool about a mall. Like it's a place to kind of hang out. I mean, the issue as well though is just in America in general, there's very few. Libraries are one of the only last standing bastions of like open public space that you're allowed to exist in without buying things, you know what I mean? You guys, you love these rocks, and I am finding so many of them. You had better be pretty pleased. God, we found 6 of them today. They're just big dumb rocks, man. I don't know why everybody's so thrilled with them. Yeah, but this rock though, I like this one. Oh my god. Think mall means supermarket, so occasionally no, mall means mall. Not like a supermarket, like a mall. So like a big building with many stores in it. You know, same reason we have the mall emo. Because that's where they put it. They put it up at the mall, and I go sick. I go, yeah, whoa, oh my god, they took it down at the end of June. That's crazy. I never would have expected them to do that. Oh no. Actually, I think they do still have it up. I have no idea. Oh man, mall pride. I guess technically a mall could be a supermarket made up of many markets. I mean, true. Well, I mean, that's a question. Is a farmer's market a mall? I would say not. I feel like the difference is a mall is owned by one person or one company, like the mall rents space. No, but I think that's what happens at a farmer's market too. You buy like stall space, you know? Wait, so are farmer's markets malls then? We made the same joke. Oh my god. Same brain. Same wavelength. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm turning into my chat or my chat's turning into me then. And I don't know which one's worse. Yeah, I'm kidding. You guys are great. Oh my god. More of these friggin' rocks, man. Good gravy. Good gravy. Oh man. Yo, Rodden, what's going on, dude? How you doing, man? I hope I said your name right.